And welcome everybody to Plastow for this Division One contest, semifinals between the Bedford Bulldogs and the Timberlane Owls. We're getting ready to kick off here in just a moment. We're expecting the coin toss at midfield to determine who will have the ball first.
Quick thank you to the BCTV crew and the WBNH crew for getting us set up here. It's absolutely fantastic, the amount of work that they've put in to get us ready to broadcast this game. So thank you for Bill Jennings, Andrew Fenn back here running the show, and of course Harry getting the radio side set up to bring it out to all the listeners and viewers out there.
And Dale Bird will be running the replays this time. He's feeling better. Glad to hear that he's back on his feet and working with us again. Didn't have him last week. Glad to have him back now.
Keys to the game, Harry. What are you thinking?
Obviously, turnovers. You know, the way that Bedford got past Nashua North is with 4 turnovers, 2 through the air and 2 on the ground. So Timberlane's got to limit those turnovers because Bedford will make them pay. The interesting thing last week is that Bedford ran out of a single formation the entire game, one wide out.
Too tight set.
So we'll see if Coach Matthews is going to bring that out here for this game.
Another key for them, again, on the defensive side of the ball is containing this quarterback. Again, we talked about him briefly, Dominic Capetta, outstanding athlete, heck of an arm, and he's going to be looking to take advantage of those deep balls down the sidelines. So, again, trying to keep those receivers in front of him. This is an impressive Timberlane team. Again, they came from Division II last year. They won the Division II championship in 2021, and now they're looking to get even further deep in the playoffs here in Division I. So I have to say, quite an impressive transition from Division II into Division I this year for Timberlane.
Absolutely, and as far as Bedford's concerned, they haven't seen a lot of running or a lot of passing teams here this year. Especially in the playoffs, we had 2 mostly option offense running teams. And, of course, last week against Nashua North, losing their quarterback, Derek Farley, he obviously further limited their passing attack in Nashua. So this will be a passing attack that they need to really gird up for.
Of course, the winner here tonight will go on to the championship. Game next week is on Saturday in Exeter, New Hampshire.
At Ball Stadium, 1 o'clock kickoff.
1 p.m. kickoff. They'll face the winner of the other semifinal game, Londonderry and Pinkerton, who play tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that is being played tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And I believe our friends at Friday Night Lights will have that game.
I'm sure they will. Timberlane wins the toss. They defer. So the Bulldogs will get the ball to start the game. And Danny Black will march the offense out to see what they can do here early. Grass field here. I can't quite call it the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. It is a nice field for this late in the season. It is in good shape. A couple brown spots here and there, but we're midway through November, so I have to say it's held up quite well.
Yeah, we haven't had an extended stretch of freezing cold weather, so that is not something that I think we have to deal with here today.
As I was walking the field earlier, I did notice there was a significant crown on the field too. Of course, they like to have the subtle crown for rain runoff, but it looks like it's more than just subtle. So
yeah, you can see that here from the press box, the way it rises up. Yeah, I wonder how that feels to a runner when they're heading to the sideline. I feel like you're going downhill.
So Timberlane set to kick it off, 12 minutes on the board, and we are ready for semifinal action here as the Bulldogs prepare to receive this kick. Back deep are the normal 2, Colby Snow and Dominic Tagliaferro. Kicking for the Owls is number 82, Harrison Bloom. He approaches, kicks it off deep. Good high arcing kick. Caught at the 11-yard line by Dominic Tagliaferro. Gets it up out across the 25, has some room out to the 30, and just outside the 30 is where the Bulldogs will begin.
Yeah, a good start here for the Bulldogs. Tagliaferro, like you said, getting the ball at the 11, taking his time, looking for the seam in the coverage, able to get it up to the 31-yard line. That's where Bedford will take over here.
1st and 10 for the Bedford offense. Bedford's been averaging just over 23 points a game throughout the season, so solid on the offensive side of the ball as well. And they'll come out not in that too tight set that you talked about. There'll be two receivers to the right side, one split to the left. In the backfield looks to be Ledger Russell. I can't quite tell if that's a 4 or a 1. That is a
Ledger
4.
Russell,
okay.
yes.
And Russell takes the play action. Black looks down the middle of the field, delivers Dominic Tagliaferro with the catch around midfield and into Owls territory quickly on a strike down the middle. He's tackled at the 46-yard line in Owls territory. That was first down, Bedford.
Terrific protection there for Black. He had all day in the pocket. He was able to find Tagliaferro down the middle. He caught the ball right at the midfield stripe and then taken down at the Owls 46-yard line, 1st and 10.
Great pitch and catch there to start the game. Same formation here. No, not the same formation. Slot right, tight left, and a split is left. Colby Snow comes in motion left to right. Jet sweep to Snow out to the right-hand side. Looking for the corner, can't quite get there.
Ball
comes out, and it's a fumble, and the Owls recover. So a great first play and a tragic second play for the Bulldogs as the ball pops out on Colby Snow, running that jet sweep out to the right-hand side. And somebody got a paw in there.
That was Camden Zambrowitz, who came in from behind, was able to punch the ball out on the tackle.
So 1st and 10 for the Owls. Up the middle go the Owls. Back to the line of scrimmage. And maybe a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. On their own 46-yard line.
Julio with the carry there.
Short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Owls.
So tough one there. We talked about turnovers at the start. And winning that turnover margin is going to be tough as the Bulldogs have already put the ball on the ground. Capetta under center, turns, hands it off up the middle. Out to the right side as he bounces it to the right side is number 5, Liam Corman.
And a great solo tackle there by Snow.
Snow came up, took his legs out, but not after a 5-yard gain, so it'll be 3rd and 4 on the Bedford 49.
Big play here. Bedford could erase that turnover and they can force a punt here. The ball's on the Bedford 49-yard line.
Bedford in their usual 4-man front. Come to the line. Capetta in the gun, hands it off left side, squirting through for first down. The Owls have it. That's Ed DiGiulio running through for about an 8-yard gain and a 1st and 10 on the Bedford 42.
Jack Rizzo with the tackle for Bedford. They had him stopped at the line of scrimmage, but Corman was able to find that seam and pick up the first down.
That was DiGiulio on that run, and he did squirt through. That's absolutely right. They seemingly had him for no gain, but found a seam and squirted through. Capetta now in the gun. He keeps, goes out to the left-hand side, breaks 2 tackles, and then Bromley wraps him up, but not after a 4-yard gain. He's down at the 38-yard line.
It was a good tackle, but they could have had him for a loss if he wasn't so slick and got out of a couple of tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Slippery runner is Capetta. And now they'll have 2nd and 6, again on the Bedford 38-yard line. Come back out. Spread offense here, slot right, slot left. Capetta in the gun to Julio. In motion is Williams. He'll take the jet sweep to the right-hand side, and he's caught quickly at the line of scrimmage, tackled by Parker Bromley as he came up from his linebacker position. No gain, maybe even a 1-yard loss. No, they'll mark him at the original line of scrimmage, so 3rd and 6.
Another big 3rd down here at the 38-yard line of Bedford.
Good read there by Bromley. Strung it out there, came up quickly, seemed to shoot a gap as they were trying to string it out there. Made good contact with Williams, brought him down quickly.
He could be in 4-down territory here, in Bedford territory. They could go for it on 4th down, especially if they can gain a couple of yards here.
DiGiulio and Corman in the backfield, surrounding Capetta, who's in the gun. One of the Bedford defensive linemen jump a little bit, and now an offensive lineman moves early, and they'll call that. The defensive lineman has the opportunity to get back.
That was McAuliffe.
And that was Cal McAuliffe, the near side defensive end, but he did hop back. There wasn't enough to induce an offside penalty. And instead, one of the offensive linemen moves early, so it's a 5-yard penalty on the Owls. It'll be 3rd and 10. Marched back to the Bedford 43-yard line. And they'll come out with 3rd and long. 3 down linemen on this set. 3 linebackers stacked behind them, and 5 defensive backs as Capetta's in the gun. In motion is Williams, left to right. Capetta takes the snap, drops back, looks to the left-hand side, delivers deep down the left-hand side. Nobody's close there, incomplete, as it landed at the 5-yard line. Wanji was the intended receiver deep down the left-hand side, and it looks like the Owls are trotting out their punt team.
Poltroneri was the closest one to that ball, but it sailed over both Mwangi and Poltroneri's head. Good stop here for the Bulldogs.
So punt formation, back to kick is that same Jaden Mwangi. He stands at his own 42-yard line. Back to receive are Colby Snow and Dom Tagliaferro. Mwangi runs to his right-hand side, takes a few more steps, punts it deep into Bedford territory. Caught there by Snow at the 10-yard line. He squirts forward for a 5-yard gain on the return. And Bedford will come out with a long field in front of them on their own 15-yard line.
But they were able to erase the turnover by forcing a punt here by the Owls. Now they need to get back to Owls territory to really kind of get back to where they left off. They're down at the 15-yard line.
Ideal outcome there for the Bedford defense. They didn't quite keep them to a 3 and out, but they certainly kept points off the board. Bulldogs at the line of scrimmage. Slot right, 1 split left is Colby Snow. Black in the backfield, takes the shotgun snap, rolls to his right, has Poltroneri in the right flat, catch. He's out to the 30, out to the 35, and it's 1st down yardage. And that's moving the sticks. 1st down, Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was a great call, being aggressive here on 1st down, picking up almost 16, 17 yards on first play, and they got a 1st down. They got themselves out of the hole.
Quick 5-yard stop pattern by Poltroneri. Just got up 5, 6, 7 yards, turned around and waited for that ball from the quarterback, and Black put it right on him. 2 receivers and the tight end to the left. 1 split right is Poltroneri. Black has Sphere in the backfield. He's in the gun, pistol. Takes the snap, hands it off to Sphere off the right-hand side. Carries 2 or 3 tacklers out to the 42-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coach Matthews switching things up here with the Bulldogs, now putting it on the ground to his number 1 back, Logan Sphere. He's leaving the field now with his helmet off.
Yeah, his helmet popped off, and I believe he's required to go to the sideline for at least 1 play when your helmet falls off during the course of play.
But Sphere was able to carry some tacklers with him all the way to, for a 7-yard gain. They're now at the 42-yard line, 2nd and 3 coming up here.
2nd and 3 it is. Bulldogs come out slot left, tight right, and the flanker is right, who is Colby Snow. Pistol formation. Ledger Russell behind Black. In motion is Poltroneri. That's Tagliaferro. Fakes inside, hands it off to Russell. He's ahead for a 4-yard gain and a 1st down out beyond the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Tagliaferro kind of going into motion. You're trying to cross up the Owl defense. The ball went to Russell, who found the seam and got the 1st down at the 45-yard line of Bedford.
Sneaky ball handling there by Danny Black, too. As I was first confused, I thought he was going with the jet sweep out to Tagliaferro, but handed it off up the middle to Russell, and he got ahead for the 1st down. Alex Kredinskas in the backfield now with Black. Slot right, split left, in motion Tagliaferro again. This time he will run the jet sweep to the left-hand side. Has some blockers out in front of him. Avoids a tackler, and now he's got some room. He's down to the 30 and pushed out of bounds in Owl territory. I believe they're going to mark him out just before that as his foot went out of bounds at the 35. But again, ahead for a 1st down, and now deeper into Owls territory are the Bulldogs.
Caleb Moley with the tackle there for the Owls. Trey Baker had a shot at him in the backfield, couldn't do it. Got out of his grip and was able to pick up big yardage there for a first down. 6 minutes to go here. Clock has stopped here in the first quarter. No score.
0-0 it is, but the Bulldogs are threatening now. 35-yard line heading in. Black in the gun, takes the ball, hands it off to Gradinskis up between the tackles. He'll get ahead for a 4-yard gain down at the 31.
Bulldogs look pretty sharp on offense. The only negative, they fumble on the first possession. They have been getting big chunk yards on the ground and through the air in this first quarter on the second possession.
Second and 5 from the 30-yard line for Bedford.
So 2nd and 5. As you mentioned, no score here halfway through the first quarter. Bulldogs looking to break the ice here. Tight end right with 2 receivers outright. One split to the left-hand side. Gradinskis in the backfield with Black in the gun. Black takes the snap, looks down the middle. It's a screen pass off to the left-hand side. Gradinskis has some blockers in front of him and ahead for a first down and more. He'll be marked down around the 18-yard line, and it's a first down, Bulldogs.
Bulldogs in the red zone there. Gradinskis getting worked into this offense. He really hadn't seen that much action in the playoffs. So Coach Matthews showing a few curveballs here to the Owls. Probably weren't expecting players like Gradinskis to be that involved this early.
Showing some good hands there, too, as that ball was a touch high. Gradinskis came down with it and got ahead for positive yardage. He's now again in the backfield to Black's right. Slot right, tight left, flanker is left. Black takes the snap. He'll roll right, looking down the field. In the flat, he has his man. Polchineri drops it.
That was right in his hands.
Was right in his hands. He drops it. He had some space. He was wide open at the 10-yard line, and it just slipped through his fingers. He's got his receiver gloves on, but it's cold out there.
He might have been able to get in the end zone with that. He had two defenders he had to beat, but he might have gotten in there.
Tough one there for the Bulldogs. It'll be 2nd and 10. They trot to the line of scrimmage. Gradinskis is in the pistol behind Black. Tight right, slot left. Colby Snow is a flanker to the right. They bark out the signals. Snow goes in motion, right to left, then they hand it to him. Jet sweep into the boundary. He has no room, and he's tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, 2 plays really not helping here for the Bulldogs. The drop pass and now the sweep that was snuffed out by the defense. It's going to be 3rd and 10 here.
4:20 to go in the first quarter. 0-0 still your score as these 2 teams are feeling each other out. Bulldogs coughed it up on their first possession, 2nd play of the game, but now are driving. Seem to be stalling here at the Owls 20. 3rd and 10. Danny Black has slot left, tight right. Colby Snow is split out right. Gradinskis in the backfield to Black's right. Black takes the snap, looks down the middle. Now out to the right-hand side. Has his man, can't get the connection as it was just high and outside for Colby Snow, number 6. Down near the 5 or 7 yard line, and it's incomplete. 4th and 10.
That would have been a very hard catch for Snow. It was a high pass. He was able to get one hand on it, not able to pull it down. Now it's 4th down. Snow was working out the kicking earlier. He was kicking him from about the 25-yard line. I don't know if they're going to try a kick here or if they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Ball's on the 19, so that'd be about a 36-yard field goal, and they are going to go for it on 4th and 10. We have 2 receivers out to the right, slot right, tight left, 1 split left. Gradinskis in the backfield with Black. Black takes the snap. He's going to roll right. Delivers out to the right-hand side. Caught by Polchineri. He's got first down yardage, and he's down at the 2-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Jaden Mwangi, but it's a first down for the Bulldogs inside the 5-yard line.
Bedford went right back to the very first play of that series, getting the ball to Polchineri. First time on first down, the ball went off his hands. He dropped it. That time, he caught the ball and got it down to the 1.5-yard line. 1st and goal.
1st and goal. We can expect to see a 2 tight end set here as they bring in the beef. And I can imagine Sphere or Russell will smash it right up the middle. It is Russell that will be in the pistol formation. Soden is offset to the right. Snow is in a wing right, and it is a 2 tight set. Black in the pistol formation, takes the snap, hands it off to Russell right up the middle, and it's a touchdown. They finally give me the signal. Sorry for that pause there, as we thought he crossed the goal line, but we didn't get the official signal until I let you know. So 3:06 left here in the first quarter, and the Bulldogs go up 6 and waiting for the extra point.
They had snow in motion just to give the Owls something to think about, but the handoff was straight up the middle to Russell, who fought his way into the end zone. A bit of a delay on the touchdown call, but it is 6 points, and now Colby Snow for the extra point.
The extra point held by number 2, Evan Chabadi.
Snap is back. Good hold by Sabati. Kick is up. It looks good, and it is good. 7-0 Bulldogs as they take the lead here near the end of the first quarter. And they have to be pleased with that drive as they started all the way back on their own 15-yard line, marched down the field 85 yards, converting a key 4th and 10 to set up that touchdown.
Bedford Winter Sports are just around the corner, and BCTV and Bedford 105.1 will have coverage all season long of boys and girls basketball as well as boys and girls hockey. Tune into BCTV and Bedford 105.1 when the teams kick off their seasons the week of December 12th. Be sure to check BCTV's social media and the NHCCM sports broadcast schedule for all upcoming games. In fact, I believe we've got a hockey doubleheader on December 12th.
Wow!
Over at Sullivan Arena at St. Anselm.
You're not going to be able to contain yourself that day, Harry.
That's gonna be a long day for me. And I'm happy to report that Jason Bergeron's going to come back as my color analyst. Me and Jace called a lot of games last week. Jace is terrific at the job.
I was just going to ask you that, if Jay was going to be back this year. Kickoff now goes out of bounds for the Bulldogs, so the Owls will bring it out to the 35-yard line. Well, they'll take over in their own territory as they try to respond to that long Bedford Bulldog drive on their second possession of the game.
Getting back to that 4th down, I think Bedford was feeling really confident that they could make one of these plays cash out. You know, they had the drop pass, really 2 drop passes. Well, one pass was off the mark, 1 pass was on. You had the run that was stuffed. I think they felt like they could call a play that was going to work, and they did. And they got that touchdown.
One, and they converted. Poltroneri again on that 4th and 10 conversion, got them all the way down to the 2, and Russell did the rest. Capetta now, 2 backs in the backfield. He'll hand it off. No, he won't. He'll keep it for himself. Goes to the left-hand side. He's got a lot of room. He's into the secondary and ahead. Tackled in Bedford territory at the 48, and that's a great first down run as he gets 17 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, great run by Capetta, showing a lot of acceleration once he turned the corner, picking up 17 yards on that carry. 2:55 to go here in the first quarter. Bedford leads 7-0.
Longest play from scrimmage, I believe, there for the Owls as Capetta got ahead for a 17-yard gain. He'll come back out with slot left. Actually trips to the left side, so there's a slot and a wing. 1 split to the right. Capetta, broken play. He'll carry it himself up the middle and gain 2 yards as that was a very low snap from center. Capetta had a tough time handling it, but still gets ahead for 2 yards. Now they're going to give him 3 as they mark it at the Bedford 45. 2nd and 7 for the Owls. Wanji runs in from the sideline with the play call. Bedford in their 4-man front. 2 linebackers stacked in behind. It seems like they're playing with 5 defensive backs with this pass-heavy offense. Capetta under center, I formation, toss sweep to the right-hand side. DeGiulio looks for a seam, gets ahead, maybe for 3 or 4 as he's taken down at the 40-yard line. Still 2 yards short. It'll be 3rd and 2. 2 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down at the 40-yard line. Picked up 5 there. He's going to need at least 2 to pick up the first down.
Seems like the sticks are right at the Bedford 38, so another critical down here for the Timberlane Owls. Capetta drops back to the huddle. And again, this might be one where you take a deep shot, right? 3rd and 2, you're probably going to go for it on 4th down in this situation. So Capetta hands it off. Ooh, stacked up in the backfield and dropped for a big loss. 4-yard loss as Corman took the handoff from Capetta and he went nowhere, knifing in quickly D-line. I believe that was Cal McAuliffe.
Yeah, now they've got something to think about here. They've got fourth and sixth from the 44-yard line, and it looks like they're keeping the offense out there.
Capetta does trot back to the offensive huddle. 7-0 is your score as we tick under 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bedford leads the Timberlane Owls on Ledger Russell's 2-yard touchdown run. The Owls are looking to answer here. Capetta in the gun. Motion man is Williams to the right. Capetta looks to the left, delivers outside. It goes off of the face mask of Mwangi. They had first down yardage. He had the ball coming right into him, but that ball sailed a little bit, hit Mwangi in the face mask, and that's one he's going to want back.
That was a great play call, too, because Mwangi was wide open at the 35-yard line. Instant first down if he could make that catch. He didn't. Bedford gets it on downs.
That's a tough one, too. Again, I would imagine the Bulldogs are giving him a bit of a cushion. He's a speedster on the outside, so respecting his potential deep.
24 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Bulldogs come back to the line of scrimmage. Too tight set this time. Double wing. Pistol is Black. Hands it off to Sphere up the middle. Between the tackles run, he bowls his way ahead for 3-4 yards, where they'll call his forward progress stopped at the Bedford 49.
Yeah, they rubbed the rugby scrum trying to push him forward a little bit. He got 5 yards on that play. That's going to do it for the first quarter.
So time runs out here, first quarter. The Bulldogs lead 7-0 after one. Again, on that 2-yard touchdown run by Ledger Russell. Again, set up on that 4th and 10 conversion from Joel Portraneri to cap off an 85-yard touchdown drive. Of course, their first possession was a little more disappointing than that as they fumbled on their second play from scrimmage, but they recover in their second possession.
The Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club would like to thank their generous sponsors, including platinum sponsors BEI Network, Z1 Express, London Family Orthodontics, Gear Up Bedford, and Spectre Marketing. Gold sponsor, Liberty Hill Construction. Silver sponsors, Wiki Good Butcha, TCB, and Realty One Group. And in addition, Bedford Friends of Football would like to thank the following sponsors: Coca-Cola Northeast, Cisco, CrossFit Athletics, Tidewater Catering Group, Treescapes, Fine Homes Group, 10 and 10 Attorneys, and Ellsmore Catering. If you're interested in joining or helping out, check out the website at bbabc.net for more information.
So 12 more minutes back on the board. We start the second quarter. The Bulldogs don't have to move far. They flip the field only 2 yards as the ball's on the 49-yard line, their own 49-yard line. It's 2nd and 5. Too tight set, 2 wing set. Sphere in the backfield. They're going to give it to Tagliaferro, and he's brought down quickly for a loss. That's number 51, Camden Zambrowitz. He knifes through the offensive line and is able to catch Tagliaferro for a 4-yard loss. So it will be 3rd and 8.
Zambrowitz was the defender that forced that fumble on the first Bedford drive. Dangerous defender, knows how to get to the ball.
Great defensive play there by the senior as he cut through there and was alone with Tagliaferro, ready to make that play, and he sure did. Tagliaferro couldn't make him miss. Bulldogs come back in the same formation. 2 tight set, 2 wings. Sphere in the backfield with Black in the pistol. Motion is Tagliaferro, fakes to him. Out to the right-hand side.
Got him open.
They have him open. Snow has the catch. Deep down the right-hand side. He's still going, and it's a touchdown. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Beautiful pass to Colby Snow along that right sideline.
51 yards.
And he turns it into 6. Bomb. Great ball by Danny Black out to the right-hand side. Snow ran under it, and nobody was catching him.
And it was a great play call coming from that tight set. Probably the Owls probably thought a running play was coming up. Didn't expect the big long pass, and they caught him napping down the sideline and put another 6 on the board.
Snow on for the extra point again. Sabati will hold. Snap is back. It's a little low. They get the hold down. The kick is up. It looks good.
It is good. Yeah, Chabadi picked up that low snap and got the ball down just in time. Great job.
Quarter, Bedford 14, Timberlane 0.
So as the announcer said, it is 14-0 here with 11:02 left here in the half.
Learn more about how they can help.
Becoming a high school sports official is an easy call. Officiating allows you to continue to be a role model by demonstrating qualities such as impartiality, fairness, and courage. High school sports officials also help protect the integrity of the game we love and teach enforcing the rules of play. New officials have an opportunity to make a difference in their communities right away. To learn more how you can become a high school official, basketball and hockey coming up, of course, so those are your opportunities. Go to the website, NHIAA.org, and find out more. Probably need some wrestling officials, too. That's another thing coming up.
I mean, just about every sport across every high school team needs more officials. So if you're interested, get out there, earn some extra side money.
Yeah, they do pay.
Make an impact on the youth of New Hampshire if you can. So the Bulldogs will kick it off right to left on your radio dial. Waleed Shaheen is back to kick. Wanji and Williams are set to receive. They squib it down the middle, batted around near the 25-yard line, and finally covered there by number 3. That's Trey Baker.
Yeah, that ball was bouncing around in his legs, and he decided to drop on it just to make sure that he had it.
Good choice. Well, as that ball has unusual bounces. It's obviously not like a soccer ball or basketball. That thing takes an unusual hop here and there, and all of a sudden it's a turnover. So good choice by Baker. Falls on it at the 25.
The wicked googly by Shaheen.
And Capetta comes back to the line of scrimmage with the Owl offense. 2 receivers to the left-hand side, 1 split to the right. Capetta takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, and hit right away at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Henrishon as he prevents any gain. I believe that was Liam Corman on the carry. And it looks like they'll give him a 1-yard gain, so it's spotted at the 26-yard line, 2nd and 9. This defensive line has done a spectacular job dictating play for the Bulldogs as they rarely need to bring pressure. These front 4 have been putting pressure on passers. They look to do so here again, and they do. Capetta pulls it down, runs out to the right side. Dekes a couple of players, gets ahead close to first down yardage.
I think he got it.
And he does have it as the near side official signals first down. He's pressed out of bounds right at the 35, but they rule him gaining first down territory, so they move the sticks, and the Owls have the ball at the 35, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Capetta showing that elusiveness again. He had several Bulldogs around him and was able to evade their tackling attempts. One Bulldog tried to shove him out of bounds, and he didn't take the bait. Kept going for another first down.
Capetta back to the line of scrimmage, slot right. He'll take the ball right up the middle. Quarterback draw, gets ahead for maybe a 1-yard gain. He's tackled at the 37-yard line.
Jake Ben was a tackler there for Bedford. Really hit him hard, too.
Again, one of those defensive linemen that's been stellar all season. The junior getting serious minutes in the rotation. They rotate about 5 or 6 guys through that defensive line. And Jake Ben has been one that has contributed all year. 2nd and 9 for the Owls. They come back to the line of scrimmage. Twins to the right-hand side, 1 split way out left. Might be going deep on this one, but no, they hand it off up the middle between the tackles. Pulled down at the 39-yard line. Looks like Gradinskas was in on that tackle along with
Jack Rizzo.
And it'll be 3rd and 6. They need to get out to the 45-yard line. And another critical play for the Owls offense.
Yeah, the Owls have had to convert a lot of 3rd downs. Bulldogs really pushing them to the limit, turning one over on downs. And, to me, that's as good as a turnover.
Absolutely.
Taking the ball away from the team.
Sure. You regain possession. 3rd and 6. Capetta has 2 backs in the backfield. Twins to the right-hand side. fakes twice. Now screen out to the right side. DiGiulio has the ball ahead on the catch, but short of first down yardage.
Yeah, he's short by a yard.
Looks like yard and a half, maybe almost 2. It'll be 4th and short.
It'll be 4th and short for the Owls.
We'll see what they do here.
Is marked on the 44. Looks like they're sending the punt team out. I imagine the Bulldogs will play a punt safe here. Wanji is back, ready to kick the ball. And they make their substitutions. They look to the sideline. A little bit of confusion here.
Mwangi is a guy you have to watch for a fake. He's got the speed. He could take off really easily.
He sure does. We're going to have a timeout.
Before the play, we have a timeout. First charge.
And the Bulldogs are the ones that take the timeout. As there was some confusion, I think Coach Fitzgerald will actually appreciate that as well for the Owls. As Coach Matthews didn't like what he saw, takes the timeout on this 4th and short opportunity. Ball's on the Owls' own 44, so there's some decisions to be made.
It's easy to listen to Bedford 105.1. Just go to our website, wbnh.bedfordnh.org, and you'll find a stream link right there on the page. We also stream over phone apps like TuneIn, MyTuner, Simple Radio, and Radio Garden. And if you own an Alexa device, just say, Alexa, play Bedford 105.1.
Bulldogs lead 14-0 here in the second quarter. 8:09 to go in the half. 4th and 1. The Owls were set to punt it away. I think they thought about it during that Bedford timeout. The Bedford defense is back out on the field. And the Owls offense is also back out on the field. They're going to stack that line. Capetta takes the snap, pushes ahead, and he has first down yardage as he got it out beyond the 45. So interesting turn of events there as the Owls were ready to punt. The Bulldogs took the timeout. Coach Fitzgerald reconsidered and gets the first down.
Now somehow 2 extra yards wound up on that spot. The far official had him marked at the 45-yard line. I guess the near official said he got to the 47.
It looked to me like he squirted ahead for that yardage. I'm sure the far side official was blocked out in the scrum, but Capetta got more than just the 1 or 2 yards expected in a sneak. Capetta now in the gun. Hands it off up the middle. And back to the original line of scrimmage is Liam Corman. No gain, maybe a half a yard. As they put it, no gain at all. They put it right back on the 47-yard line. 2nd and 10.
And Spencer Henrishon did a great job sealing up that seam for Corman. Corman tried to squeeze through, and he wound up falling over because Henrishon had him pinched off in that gap.
2nd and 10. Capetta takes the snap, looks over the middle, now looks out to the right. He's going to scramble quickly. Wrapped up by McAuliffe, and he's pulled to the ground for a sack. McAuliffe gets him back at the 41-yard line. About a 5 or 6 yard loss.
That was a laundry tackle.
It was, and McAuliffe actually let up a little early, knowing how slippery Capetta is. He did go down, but I wouldn't have been surprised if he had kept his feet there.
I think he was a little worried about maybe getting a horse collar call there because he was holding onto the back of the jersey, and if you pull down, the official could call that a horse collar.
3rd and 15 for the Owls. They're on their own 42-yard line. They trail 14-0 here with 6.5 to go in the half. 3 down lineman trips to the left-hand side for Capetta. Takes the shotgun snap, looks down over the middle, delivers, and it's dropped. Right near first down yardage at the Bulldogs' 44-yard line. Williams can't come down with it.
That's 2 big throws that Owl receivers could not come up with.
Williams needed to slow down and kind of sit, wait for that ball. It was a little bit awkward, but still, he should have been able to catch that as he had it in his hands and couldn't quite come down with it. Mwangi will be back to punt on 4th and 15 on the Owls' own 42-yard line. Takes the snap right up the middle, shanks it a little bit off to the right-hand side. It lands at the Bedford 35 and doesn't go much further. It'll be down there where the Bulldog offense will take over. 6:14 to go in the half. Bedford leads 14-0 on touchdowns by Ledger Russell And a fantastic 52-yard catch by Colby Snow as he sprinted down that far sideline for pay dirt. Black hustles back into the huddle. The Bulldogs approach the line of scrimmage. Tight left, slot right. Two backs in the backfield on either side of Black. He takes a snap, hands it off to Colby Snow. He goes out to the right-hand side. Sweep right, finds a seam, gets out for 10 and 12, and then we see a flag come in late. I imagine there'll be a hold, and it will march the Bulldogs back, and that is what's signaled. So good run by Snow, but it's wiped out by the hold. One of the Owls defenders is slow to get up. That's Trey Baker in on the tackle and look a little shaken up there. Tough one there, though, as Snow had some good running room, and it was probably due to the hold that they threw that yellow hanky for.
Yeah, and the hold is being marked from about 4 yards ahead of the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be a net 6-yard loss here. 1st and 16 to go here. 6:06 left in the half with the Bulldogs up 14-0.
Bulldogs on their own 29-yard line. Need to get out to the 45. Again, going right to left. Slot right. A back on either side of Black in the backfield. Sphere and Russell. Black takes the snap. They hand it to Sphere off the right-hand side. Lowers his shoulders and gets ahead for a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. 6 or 7, I guess. It was 7 yards on that carry. We've talked about his strength and stability all throughout the year. Again, shows it there. Requiring 2 and 3 tacklers to bring him down.
I don't know if you noticed that number 8, Brendan Paris, gave him the forearm shiver trying to knock that ball loose.
As all good defensive players should do, swiping at that ball whenever they can. Same formation, just flopping sides. Slot left, two backs in the backfield with Black. They hand it to Snow. He'll go out to the left-hand side on the sweep. Gets the corners, cuts it back up inside, and gets first down yardage out to the 46-yard line, where the Bulldogs will have a first.
Yeah, great blocking there by the Bulldogs. Logan Sphere was leading the way, and he even kind of whiffed on his man, but Snow having enough speed to get to that first down marker and gets it about to the 46-yard line, the Bedford 46. So it's 1st and 10 now with 4:51 left in the half.
Speed and vision as Snow was able to plant that left foot and cut it back up inside, avoiding a few tacklers in the process. Same formation again, slot right this time. McAuliffe is tight left. Two backs in the backfield with Black. He's in the gun, takes the snap. They hand it to Sphere, over to the left-hand side. He's wrapped up quickly and will take a loss. That's Zambrowicz.
Brought down the backfield by number 51.
The second tackle for loss there by Zambrowicz.
Looks like a 4-yard loss as the Bulldogs will be back on their 42-yard line.
4 on the play brings up 2nd and 14.
2nd and 14 for the Bulldogs. A couple of negative yardage plays here in this drive, but haven't bogged them down quite yet. Holding penalty on that last series of downs, and now again here the tackle for loss. Sphere and Snow again in the backfield with Black. Slot right, tight left. Black takes the ball. Play fake to Snow. He'll deliver it out right side. Caught by Soden. He breaks the tackle. He's down the right-hand side. Gets a downfield block by Polchinari, and he's caught at the 16-yard line. First down, Bulldogs. They're in the red zone on a beautiful catch and run by Mr. Soden. We don't call Dylan Soden's name a lot, but that was a great play right there.
Yeah, he was able to break a couple of break a couple of tackles, probably a few ankles as well, and tiptoed down the sideline, make sure he didn't go out of bounds, picked up big yardage. He's in the red zone now. Ball is on the 17-yard line.
So 1st and 10 Bulldogs as they look to threaten here again. Threatening to score. They come back out. Same formation, two backs in the backfield. Snow and Sphere, slot is left, tight right. is McAuliffe. Black takes the snap, hands it off to Sphere to the right-hand side. He gets around the edge, bowls ahead for a first down. It'll be first and goal around the 5-yard line.
Number 1, Logan Sphere on the carry.
Sphere powering his way
Inside the 5-yard line will be first.
around the corner, getting it down to the 5-yard line. Goal to go here for the Bulldogs. Bedford's really calling a terrific balanced offense today, using the air, using the ground, just giving everything that the Owls could handle today.
And it is first and goal. Bulldogs come back to the line of scrimmage. Same personnel. Slot is to the left this side, tight right. Sphere and Snow in the back on either side of Black. He takes the snap. Hands it off, the ball's on the ground, and the Owls recover. Miscommunication there by Black as he had it in Sphere's arms. Pulled it back, and neither of them had it. And the Owls pounce on it on the 12-yard line.
Second turnover here by the Bulldogs. And, there was a little hint of that in the last handoff. It seems to be there was a little bit of indecision on the part of Black whether to let the ball go or pull it through. And on the previous play, the ball kind of bobbled a little bit. Black was able to handle it. This time, they got caught. Neither Black or the running back came up with the ball, and we put it on the ground. And another turnover for the Owls.
Capetta takes the snap, looks to the right-hand side, delivers it out, complete to Baker. Out to the 18-yard line. 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 4, and the Owls are in the hurry-up. They have 2 minutes to go, and they're going to try to hustle to see what they can do. Delivers out to the right-hand side again. That's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 4 as he looked for Baker again. Capetta couldn't make the connection.
This Owls team is not one you want to let hang around because, they came back from a 14-0 deficit or 14-point deficit last week and came back and won that game against Exeter. That third touchdown would have been huge going into the half, and now we've got to stop them on the hurry up here with 1:55 to go in the half.
3rd and 4, depending on the outcome of this play, Bedford might want to take a timeout to get that ball back. Capetta takes the snap, looks left, delivers.
Intercepted.
Picked off. It's picked off. The Bulldogs get the ball back, brought back to the 20-yard line. It's Grodinskis on the interception, and the Bulldogs get it deep in Owls territory, and they atone for their mistake.
Best thing you can do when you have a turnover is get one right back. Erase that mistake. Force one on the other team. The Bulldogs do it. They're back near the red zone. Actually, in the red zone. They're going to mark them at the 18-yard line.
So the Bulldogs defense comes through again, coming up with the interception. And they give the Bulldogs offense a chance to put more points on the board. 1:47 to go in the first half. And like you said, Coach Matthews, I'm sure, was wanting to have that 3-score lead heading into halftime.
And they've got 2 timeouts to work with here.
Black in the gun. Takes the ball, hands it off to Sphere to the right-hand side. Looks to get the edge, gets a seam up in the middle there, off tackle. Excuse me, that wasn't off tackle. That was a sweep out to the right-hand side, but did find some room, gets ahead for
7 yards.
About 7 yards. It's marked down at the 12-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4, so probably just 6 on the carry. But a good first down play. Clock continues to tick. The Bulldogs don't want to leave time if they're able to score, so they don't use a timeout here. Pistol formation for Black. Soden is stacked to the right. Colby Snow is wing right. 2 tight set. Black takes the snap. Hands it off to Snow on the reverse. He gets out to the left-hand side, has room, looks to the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Snow, 12-yard carry. And the Bulldogs go up 20-0, looking to add the extra point.
Snow finding an extra gear on the reverse. Got to the pylon, won the race, put up another 6.
So 2 touchdowns in a row for Colby Snow. He's added 2 extra points so far, looking for his 3rd. Henrishon will snap, Sabati will hold. Snap back, hold this down, the kick does not look good. And it is not good. He shanked that one low and left, and Snow's PAT is no good, so the score stays 20-0. But again, Coach Matthews got that score that you referenced. They weren't able to get on the turnover. Fumble deep in the red zone, but the interception by Gradinskis gives them an opportunity, and they capitalize, putting their third touchdown on the board. 57 seconds left on the clock in the first half. Quick scoring recap again. The Bulldogs jumped out to a 7-0 lead on a 2-yard touchdown plunge by Ledger Russell. That was set up by that 4th and 10 conversion by Polchinari. They came back at the start of the second quarter on that long touchdown pass to Colby Snow, 52 yards on the play, put the Bulldogs up 14-0, and now this 12-yard touchdown run by Snow. PAT failed, but it is 20-0 for the Bulldogs as the first half nears its end.
Williams and Mwangi back to receive.
Waleed Shaheen will kick it off. He squibs it down the left-hand side. That's covered quickly at the 35-yard line by one of the upbacks. And the Owls will come back out. They still do have a minute to work.
And all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, 3 timeouts and decent field position on their own 35. So I can imagine seeing Capetta try to air it out a little bit here. He has some deep threats. Again, we've referenced Jaden Mwangi as he is split way out to the left-hand side. They'll look to double cover Mwangi. Capetta takes the snap, fakes it, reverse to Williams. He goes to the left-hand side. Gets out for about 9, maybe 10 yards. Looked like he got to the 45-yard line. I don't know if they'll move the sticks or not. Nope, no. They won't. 2nd and 1.
I was going to say they didn't stop the clock for him.
45-yard line will be 2nd and short.
Now they say first down.
Well, they let a lot of time tick off. Good 10, 15 seconds.
They didn't stop the clock, which they normally do on a first down. Capetta takes the snap, looks out to the right-hand side, too high, looking for Baker in the right flat.
And the chain gang wasn't even set on that play. They were, I don't know where they were going.
They were 5 yards off there. As they were set up at the 50, the ball was spotted at the 45. So 2nd and 10 for the Owls. A little confusion there as the Owls went hurry up. Of course, with less than a minute to go, they're trying to take advantage of the clock, take advantage of the down and distance, and the chain gang was a little confused. Well, the officials honestly were confused as they didn't initially mark it as a first down. So.
Yeah, the Owls missed out on a timeout that normally comes on a first down.
2nd and 10 for the Owls on their own 45. Capetta in the gun, trips to the left-hand side, looks to be setting up a screen, and it's foiled. Capetta loads of time. Now he's flushed out to the right-hand side. He scrambles. He cuts it back up into the middle. He's tackled near the original line of scrimmage after a long play. Sheridan comes up with a tackle, and it'll be 3rd and 10. The Owls take a timeout with 20 seconds left in the first half.
Went after that ball,
seconds left in the half.
And Capetta did a good job hanging onto it, not losing it there on that tackle.
Capetta had loads of time to start that play. Again, the Bulldogs in that 3-man front were looking to contain more than anything else and playing that nickel defense behind. And they finally flushed him out to the right-hand side. He does get back to the line of scrimmage, so no sack, but no gain. 20-0 is your score. Bulldogs lead here in Plastow over the Timberlane Owls.
And the winner of this game will go to Exeter for the NHIAA Division I final against the winner of tomorrow's other semifinal, number 1 seed Londonderry against number 4 Pinkerton Academy. Those 2 teams are rivals.
As you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, I'm sure our friends over at Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, will carry that game tomorrow.
They will.
Nick Anastos and Steve Beals do a great job as well. I believe they're right upstairs. I have to say, Harry, you and I are better. Capetta looks down the field, delivers, and it skips to his intended receiver, Baker. Incomplete, 3rd and 10.
I don't want to gloat, but I was going to say we've got the awards on our wall.
That's acceptable. 4th and 10. Mwangi will trot back.
Are you bragging if you're speaking the truth?
That's a good question there.
Maybe a little.
The Owls look to punt here on 4th and 10. Colby Snow, a dangerous return man. The Owls, I guess Coach Matthews is considering this a potential fake situation as he calls punt safe. Colby Snow is back by himself to receive this punt. Snap is a bit high. Mwangi fields it no problem. He punts it away. It'll bounce at the Bedford 30-yard line, trickles down to the 32, 33,
29.
back out to the 29-yard line. And that will do it for the first half. The Bedford Bulldogs on 3 different touchdowns, 2 by Colby Snow, 1 by Ledger Russell, lead 20-0.
The first half of the score.
We'll take it into you on the other side for second half action here in Plastow, New Hampshire. We'll take a break and rejoin you shortly.
Plastow is the score. Bedford 21 and Timberlane nothing, and teams are getting back on the field. Bedford is going to receive in the second half. They got a 3-touchdown lead, and no lead is really safe against these Owls. They came back from 14-0 down last week against Exeter. So I'm sure Coach Zach Matthews told his players to stay on their game, don't coast, keep coming at them.
Number 86.
Absolutely. Minor correction, but it is significant. It is 20-0 as that last extra point was missed. So the Bulldogs did not get an extra point over halftime.
And correction, the Owls get the ball.
The Owls do get the ball as it's kicked off short to the right-hand side, covered at the 32-yard line. And the Owls will trot out and have 1st and 10 on their own 32. All the players were out and stretching as it is a chilly evening, hovering right around the freezing mark here in Plastow, New Hampshire.
Even the officials are warming up their flag throwing arm.
Capetta comes back out. He's under center in the I formation, quickly pressured, slips out of 2 tackles, and then out to the left-hand side, gets ahead for a 4-yard gain, but again, really elusive runner there is Capetta.
Turned a 10-yard loss into a 4-yard gain.
2 defenders barreling towards him. And not only did he avoid the loss, but got ahead for a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. Ball's on the 36-yard line. And Capetta back out. I formation, takes the snap, hands it off to the fullback, right up the middle. Corman gets out to the right-hand side, chased down from behind, and tackled at the 45-yard line. Savati on the tackle, but not before a 1st down for the Owls on their own 45.
And the Owls are playing with some tempo here in the second half. They've got to make up a 3-score deficit.
They sure do. Coming back to the line of scrimmage. Slot left, 1 split right. I formation behind Capetta. He's under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and he gets sacked. Wow. Coming in from the blind side, Kevin Sheridan caught him off guard. Capetta didn't see him coming, and Sheridan brought the load. Back at the 38-yard line, so 7-yard loss for the Owls, 2nd and 17. Looked like Sheridan barreled in. Yeah, he was unblocked off the left side of that defensive line. Capetta now back to the line of scrimmage, takes the shotgun snap, hands it off up the middle, and stopped again near the line of scrimmage. That was DeGiulio, I believe, right up the middle. And again, no room there. 3rd and 17.
Another 3rd and long here for the Owls. They've been facing that all day.
Sure have. Capetta in the gun, trips to the left-hand side. 1 split right. Capetta in the gun, takes the snap, looks left. Time to look on down the field. Now he'll scramble to the left-hand side. Back into the middle. He's hit at the 50-yard line, short of 1st down yardage, and gets down to the Bedford 49.
He got a big chunk of that back. Still about 4 yards short, but this is going to be a more manageable 4th and 4.
4th and 4 it is. And you're absolutely right. Much more manageable than that 4th and 17, what it could have been. 2 defenders ran into each other as Capetta started to scramble, so gave him some room.
Yeah, that's what opened up the lane.
Was going out to the left-hand side, cut back up into the middle, and again, ahead for about a 13-yard gain. 4th and 4. Capetta in the gun, trips to the right, 1 split left. In the backfield is Corman with Capetta in the gun.
Set of Toyota keys that are going to be brought to the concession.
Tried the hard snap there. Tried the hard count, excuse me. Now looks to the right-hand side. Tipped at the line of scrimmage, but complete. Williams, and he has first down yardage. Right at the Bedford 45, they'll move the sticks ahead. Good catch there by Williams. Again, that looked like it was tipped right at the line of scrimmage, so changed trajectory, and that's always a tough ball to catch when that ball changes its motion on your way out there. Good concentration by Williams, and the Owls have a first down. Trips to the right into the boundary. One split left. Capetta takes the snap. Looks right. Splits comes, and Bromley's going to have him sacked back at the Owls 45.
52 Parker Bromley.
That's going to be a 10-yard loss.
Great blitz there by Bromley.
Ball back to the
And a great defensive play call by the Bedford coaching staff. Looked like Bromley didn't come initially, but then when he saw it was a pass, he came hustling through and gets the 10-yard loss. So it'll be 2nd and 20 for the Owls. Bulldogs come with their nickel, almost a dime defensive personnel. Soden is in, along with 5 defensive backs. Trips to the right-hand side for Capetta. Corman in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Looks like they're trying to set up a screen. Plenty of time for Capetta. Finally delivers, tipped and picked off. Dominic Tagliaferro comes up with the interception. Ball tipped off of Parker Bromley's hands up into the air, and Tagliaferro comes up with the interception.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Bromley had the play on the ball, went off his hands, and just like a tip drill in practice, it went right to Tags, and he came up with the ball. Second turnover for the Owls. Bedford with 2 turnovers as well. But they get the ball back here in the third quarter with 7:41 to play and a 20-0 lead.
They come to the line of scrimmage. Kind of a slot position here. It's tight left. Slot right. 2 backs in the backfield with Black. He's in the gun. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Snow. He'll look downfield. Delivers it deep over the middle. Pulcinari can't quite come down with it. Got a hand on it at the 30-yard line, but it falls incomplete.
Aggressive play call there by Coach Matthews.
I like it, though. I mean, Pulcinari was there. Couldn't quite make the catch. But you're around midfield. You've had a quick change. A lot of time those offensive play callers like to catch the defense off guard on that first down and 10 call. But it is incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Same formation. Slot right, tight left. Back on either side of Black in the backfield. He hands it off to Snow. Out to the right-hand side. He's got the sweep. Ahead for maybe 2 yards. And he's tackled at the 45-yard line.
Trey Baker along with Braden Paris, tacklers for Timberlane there. And we've got a 3rd and 7 coming up now.
3rd and 7. Bulldogs need to get to the Owls 48 from their own 45. They've had confidence in their offense. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Bulldogs again lead 20-0. And their first offensive possession here of the second half. 3 receivers to the left-hand side, including Sheridan, the tight end. Black in the gun. Takes the snap, looks right, back to the left-hand side, setting up a wide receiver screen. It's complete to Colby Snow, makes a move, and he's off to the races. Down to the 30, the 20, the 10-5, touchdown Bedford.
Number 6, Colby Snow.
Colby Snow's 3rd touchdown of the game, and a beautiful wide receiver screen to the left-hand side. Has this Timberlane crowd very quiet on the near side.
54-yard pass play. And it was a race between number 20, Matthew Williams, and Colby Snow won it, going away.
Colby Snow with a game to remember. 3 touchdowns, 2 extra points so far, looking to add another. It's 26-0 for now. And it looks like the Bulldogs will go for 2 to make up that missed PAT.
6:37 remaining on the clock here in the third.
On those 2 catches alone, Snow is over 100 yards. So, wow, what a night for Colby Snow. Slot left, tight right. Black has 2 backs in the backfield, takes the snap, hands it off to Sphere over the right-hand side, pushes forward near the line to gain the goal line, but he's tackled short, so it stays 26-0.
In the third quarter.
The Bulldogs go up another score.
One of these days, Danny Black is going to pull the ball down and go the other way.
He sure is. You know, again, these are designed plays, though. Again, it looks like it's an option type play, but Coach Matthews is certainly calling out what he wants to see. Danny Black has the athletic ability. It'd be great to see him running that ball a little bit more to add another wrinkle into this offense, but you know, Sphere and Russell add 2 dynamic ball rushers as well. So that time again, designed handoff to Sphere. He got 2 yards, but not the 3 needed for the 2-point conversion. Waleed Shaheen will do the kickoff duties. Again, right to left.
Shaheen on for the kick.
Likely we'll see another squibber up the middle, and that is what we see. Out to the left-hand side, bounces around. Baker picks it up at the 30-yard line, runs to the far side where he's met right near the 30.
Kick returned by number 3.
And stopped there.
Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club like to thank their generous sponsors, including Platinum sponsors BEI Network, Z1 Express, London Family Orthodontics, Gira Bedford, and Spectrum Marketing. Gold sponsor Liberty Hill Construction, and silver sponsors Wicked Good Butcher, TCB, and Realty One Group.
So Dominic Capetta brings the Owls offense back to the line of scrimmage. He has trips to the right-hand side. 1 split left, 1 back in the backfield. Takes the snap, looks left, has the screen open, gets it to Corman, and he's out to the left-hand side with blockers ahead for a 20-yard gain at least. He'll be marked down at the 50-yard line. And Capetta was willing to take a hit there to make a play. So one of the linebackers had it sniffed out. It looked like that was Jack Rizzo coming up, but missed the tackle early.
He was coming in on Corman, and Corman was able to evade that hit. Picked up another 10 yards after that.
So nice opening play there for the Owls. Trips to the right-hand side, 1 split left again. Capetta takes the snap, looks right, out into the flat. He has his man Williams, complete. He's down to the Bedford 35 and near the 30-yard line. First down at the 32.
32-yard line.
So Capetta's been facing a vicious rush here from the Bulldogs. He's able to find the open receiver, but he's got players in his face each time.
They go hurry up, and they get tackled for a loss there by Sphere. As Corman took the handoff quickly up the middle.
Tackle by number 1.
Capetta's got his offense at the line of scrimmage. They need to make
2nd and 11 for the Owls.
some action happen here as they're down 4 scores. Capetta takes the snap. Has time. Surveys the field. Deep down over the middle. Picked off by Sabati at the goal line. He has to come out, and he does, but it's an interception for Sabati. Way back in his own territory. Brings it out to the 10.
Inside their own 10-yard line.
And that is the 3rd turnover for the Owls. Chabati catches the ball at the 1. His momentum made him put a foot in the end zone. Luckily, no other Owl was nearby. He was able to run it back out to the 10-yard line. So Bedford takes over now with 90 yards in front of him. 5:22 to go here in the 3rd quarter with a 26-0 lead. They're going to try to add to it.
Capetta had loads of time there. Decided to throw it deep over the middle. Again, that nickel coverage by the Bulldogs has been giving Capetta fits as he throws his 3rd interception. 26-0, the Bulldogs take over. Deep inside their own territory on their own 10. Pistol formation, Spheres behind Black. Black takes the snap, hands it off to Sphere. He goes to the right-hand side. Out for maybe a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8. Gets out to the 12.
Zambrovich on the stop brings out.
And what the Bulldogs could use here is a nice time-consuming drive. Run the ball a bit, bleed some time off the clock. make some good yardage.
That would be good, but you know what else would be good? A quick strike for another touchdown.
Well, I mean, come on. Beggars can't be choosers here, I guess, huh?
Well, they've been very effective with the air game.
They sure have. Bedford yet to punt today. Black again in the pistol. Takes the snap, hands it off on the counter. Snow comes around the left-hand side, has a lot of room, gets out to about the 30-yard line, just shy of the 30, but he has first down yardage.
Picked up 15 yards on that carry. Good for a first down.
Stop the clock momentarily as they move the chains, and yes, it is marked just at the 30-yard line.
Bedford Friends of Football would like to thank their sponsors as well: Coca-Cola Northeast, Cisco, CrossFit Athletics, Tidewater Catering Group, Treescapes, Fine Homes Group, 10 and 10 Attorneys, and Ellsmore Catering.
I love the energy that Snow has brought to this game. We saw him come around that corner on the counter. His legs were pumping, his arms were pumping. He was ready to get some yardage there. And again, has had a heck of a night so far. Pistol formation, they give it to Tagliaferro off to the right-hand side. He gets ahead for maybe 5 yards. Gets out to the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Out to the 35-yard line, brings up a 2nd and 5 for Bedford.
Oh, they're getting that
Trey Baker on
long,
the
slow drive on keeping things on the ground. 3:44 left here in the third. Clock is ticking away on the all season here. Down 4 scores, 26-0.
A little inside handoff there to Tagliaferro. They like to do that to their motion man. And now 2 backs in the backfield with Black. And Snow will go into a wing position. Some confusion with McAuliffe. The Bulldogs will take a timeout here. 2nd and 5. Coach Matthews could tell that there was some confusion with the offense, as the play call wasn't quite clear to every member of that offensive unit. So why not take a timeout? 3:17 left to go in the third quarter. Bulldogs lead 26-0 here in Blastow.
And we were talking about the Bedford Bulldog Athletic Booster sponsors. We thank them all, and we'd like to remind everybody out there, if you'd like to get involved in the Bedford Athletic Boosters, just go to their website, bbabc.net, to learn more. On behalf of the 427 fall student athletes and countless winter athletes, I'm not sure exactly how many we have of those, thank you for your support of Bedford Bulldog Athletics.
I don't think those winter athletes have been determined yet. They haven't quite had tryouts yet. It's just going to happen, I believe, the week after Thanksgiving. That season will start up mid to late December.
Certainly looking forward to that. Looking forward to your calls on basketball.
I believe Lauren Fox will join me on the call for several of those, as well as
hopefully we've got some time.
My partner here, Harry Kozlowski. Yeah, of course, Lauren Fox winning the seat in the House of Representatives in New Hampshire. So congratulations again to Lauren. Black takes the snap, fakes the handoff up the middle, now gives it to Tagliaferro on the reverse, gets to the right-hand side, tries to get back to the original line of scrimmage. I'm not sure he did. And that clock will wind. It'll be 3rd and 6 on the loss of 1.
Camden Zabrowitz blowing up that play. He was in the backfield, and he forced Tagliaferro to go back a little bit, wound up losing some yards. So he's had a really solid game tonight.
He's been in on a number of tackles for losses in particular, as well as
turnover too,
as well as regular tackles. And Zabrowicz has had good night on the defensive side for the Owls. Black back in the pistol. In motion is Snow. Black will take it to the left-hand side, rolls out, looks for an open receiver, sees nobody, a little bit high for Cal McAuliffe. The tight end drag over the middle. It'll be 4th and 6, and we'll see Kevin Sheridan come out.
Hey, you jinxed him.
For the first punt of the night. Having looked at the game film from last week, I have to say Kevin Sheridan was in the running for player of the game for punting duties alone. He had a huge impact on that game.
Yeah,
changing the field's
7-0 game, razor thin margin of error, and he made some excellent punts.
Not only for the punts, but actually fielding the snap on a sloppy day. A couple of them bounced into him. He was able to keep his knee off the ground and get a punt away with 1 step. Great job by Sheridan last week. Here he takes the snap, shoulder height, shanks it left as I'm complimenting him. He shanks the punt. It only gets out to the 47-yard line.
Ball down on the 47-yard line. That's
Owls are going to take over in Bedford territory.
They sure do.
But just 2:16 left now in the third quarter, with a score 26 for Bedford, nothing for the Owls.
Best field position of the day for the Owls as they take over on
Best drive
Bedford's
start.
47.
Best drive start. I think they've been down to the 30-yard line.
And Capetta's back in. He has spread offense here. Capetta fakes the handoff, takes it himself out to the right-hand side. Gets ahead and then out of bounds.
He's going to get a first
at the
down there.
Bedford, looks like 37, and they do motion ahead for that first down.
On the carry.
So he moves the sticks on first down. 10-yard gain there for Capetta.
Ball placed on the 37-yard line.
1st and 10. Clock stops as he does go out of bounds. 2:08 in the third quarter.
And I'm surprised they stopped the clock, because usually when you go out of bounds backwards, they keep the clock running.
They don't choose to do that this time. Capetta again now off to the left-hand side. He's stacked up. A wall built 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The D-line got a great push there and closed down any hole that Capetta was looking for.
Yeah, and Cal McAuliffe came from behind, pulled him back.
Brought down for a short loss. It'll be
The Owls go hurry up here. They're back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Trips to the left-hand side. One split right. Capetta takes the shotgun. Looks left. Now over the middle. Has some time. Retreats a little bit. Now feels pressure. And he's going to get wrapped up and brought down. Sacked. That's Jake Sheff on the sack for the Bulldogs. Number 57.
Number 57, Jake Sheff with the sack.
And that forces the Owls back
the Owls
to the 47-yard line.
Back to where they started the drive.
Sure is. So 3rd and 20 after that 10-yard loss. The Owls again have some work to do. Down 4 scores here. 26-0 is the score. Just over a minute left here in the third quarter. Trips to the left-hand side for Capetta. He's in the gun, takes the snap, looks to the left-hand side. Lots of time. 3 men rushing. Bombs it down the left-hand side. Face guarded there. Incomplete.
Don't see any flags.
No flags. It looked like it hit Gradinskas in the back, actually, as he didn't have a chance to even turn around. Intended receiver was Williams.
You know, sometimes an official will call an interference play if you don't turn around for the ball. And with your arms up in the air, face guarding the receiver, that could be construed as an interference.
I wouldn't have been surprised to see a hanky there. We don't see it. No dirty laundry out. It'll be 4th and 20. Ball is on the Bedford 47. They need to get to the the 27 for a first down. Capetta takes the snap. Short pass to the right-hand side. Nobody's there. Incomplete.
4th down pass falls.
Another turnover on downs to the Owls. Bedford takes over with 47 seconds left in the third quarter.
And a dejected Dom Capetta strolls slowly to the sideline as his team is down. 26-0 with 46 seconds left in the third quarter, and the Bulldogs take over on their own 46.
Bedford winter sports season is just around the corner, and BCTV and Bedford 105.1 are gearing up their coverage all season long. Boys and girls basketball as well as boys and girls hockey. Maybe we could do some wrestling too, huh? Tune into BCTV and Bedford 105.1 as we kick off the season the week of December 12th. Be sure to check out BCTV on social media and the NHCCM sports broadcast schedule for all the upcoming games.
Back to the line of scrimmage. Slot right, tight left for Black. He has 2 backs in the backfield. Hands to Snow. He goes to the right-hand side. Bounces it out to the right, and he's got some room. He's down to the 40, the 30. Nobody's catching him. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Colby Snow.
Colby Snow, he's in for a touchdown.
What a night. Colby Snow is tearing up this defense and continues to do it here.
He has just shown amazing speed tonight. Just blowing right by the defenders on the owl side of the field. Once he turns that corner, it's lights out.
I mean, his speed has been phenomenal tonight. Absolutely phenomenal.
Now he's going to do kicking duty. He scores the touchdowns and the extra points.
Snow on for the extra point. Shabbat
What an
with the
impressive
hold.
night, Colby Snow. Have a night, kid. Have a night. Henryshawn will snap. Sabati will hold. Snow will look to add the extra point. Kick is up.
That was blocked.
No, it wasn't blocked. He shanked it right. So PAT is no good. The kid's got to be tired after running all that way.
Left in the third quarter.
It's
Bedford
32 to 0. The Bulldogs lead here in Plastow over the Timberlane Owls. And Colby Snow has had a
Colby's night.
It is Colby's night. He's had a game to remember, a game for the ages. Wow.
It's been something. This has been. I'm just surprised at how lopsided this game has been.
I mean, he has 160 yards on just his scoring plays. Oh, I'm sorry, not 160. Yeah, 160.
And
52, 54, and 54. I mean, that's 160
probably picked up
yards.
200 or more. I mean over 200 when you add in his regular carries.
Absolutely. We don't have official stats here, but doing quick math, that's what you call a good game.
Shaheen on for the kick.
Shaheen will kick it off. Pooches it. Received at the 25 by Williams. Goes to the left side. Finds some room out to the 39, maybe 40, and I see a flag thrown by the far side official late there. Maybe a late hit.
Well, they're going to get the ball at the 40-yard line, their own 40, with 29 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
And that position may change with the yellow hanky out, so. Officials have been somewhat quiet.
Yeah, it's been a clean game.
Horse collar on Bedford.
Personal foul. So the Bulldogs have a horse collar tackle there at the end.
Bedford territory.
So Timberlane will take over in Bedford territory at the 45.
And now that is their best starting field position of the evening, as previous was
over on the Bedford
47.
45-yard line.
The Owls have their offense on the field with 29 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They trailed 32 to 0 after that electrifying Colby Snow touchdown run. Capetta takes the snap. Toss sweep to the right-hand side is DeGiulio. He gets the original line of scrimmage, ahead for 3, maybe 4 yards. They'll mark him at the 42-yard line, second and 7.
Clock continues to run. 13 seconds. That might be the last play of the third quarter.
Sure will be. Tagliaferro came up on the stop. Looks like the Owls might get one more snap off. They hustle up. Capetta under center. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Reverse to Williams. Right to left. Can't get the edge, though, as Soden and Bromley
carried by number 20, Matty Williams.
combine on the tackle for a 1-yard loss. They'll mark him at the 42-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Maybe you hear that shrill alarm going off at the end of the clock. This is one of the few stadiums that has a buzzer associated with their play clock or their countdown clock. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bedford on 5 touchdowns and a couple of missed extra points. Lead 32 to nothing after 3.
Sheesh. I mean, 4 touchdowns by Snow alone. I was missing the 12-yard touchdown run. It started with Russell back in the first quarter. I'll give you a quick scoring summary. 2-yard touchdown run, and then it's been the Colby Snow show. A 52-yard reception in the second quarter made it 14-0. And then the 12-yard run, miss extra point, made it 20-0, that 12-yard run by Colby Snow. And then the 54-yard reception for a touchdown by guess who?
Colby Snow.
Colby Snow. Made it 26-0. And then we just saw his 54-yard touchdown run by
Colby Snow.
Colby Snow. Pushed it out to 32-0. The defense has been doing a great job, but Colby Snow has been doing an outstanding job. Capetta takes the snap. Looks downfield. He's wrapped up for the loss. Cal McAuliffe on the sack. That's back in Owl territory as they'll mark him at the 48-yard line. Big loss for the Owls.
Fifth sack of the night. I'm thinking that's number 5.
At least 5. And again, defensive lineman coming through. This time Cal McAuliffe. 4th, and it looks to be about 18 yards to go here. And the punt unit comes in for the Owls. Again, some heads looking at the ground as they trot off the field, as this Owls offense has not seen much success this evening.
No, and this is a team, they've got to be very frustrated because they've had far more success all season long. Probably
Punt here by Mwangi. Bounces in Bedford territory, rolls down to the 18.
Down inside the 20-yard line.
I was going to say it's probably the most disappointing performance of the season right here for the Owls.
I have to imagine it is. Again, they had losses earlier this year, close ones, to BG and to Portsmouth Oyster River to end their regular season. But none of them have been what anybody would consider a blowout in this 32-point lead here in the third quarter, especially with the Owls offense not being able to generate any points thus far. Has to be disappointing for Coach Fitzgerald. Bulldogs take over on their own 18-yard line, 1st and 10. One back in the pistol formation. Looks like we're going to see Danny Black hand it off to the left-hand side. Some room out there. Can't quite see who that ball carrier was.
Soden, 23.
Soden.
By number 23, Dylan Soden.
An unusual carry for Dylan Soden, but he gets ahead for 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Clock is running. 10:40 left here in the regulation.
For Bedford.
Again, winner here will take on the winner of tomorrow's game, Londonderry Pinkerton. Classic in-state rivalry there.
And that's going to be played in Londonderry.
That will be in Londonderry. And the championship game will be in Exeter next Saturday at 1 p.m. Neutral site location. Too tight set here, pistol formation. In motion is Snow. They give it to Sphere up the middle. He has 1st down yardage out to the 30.
Carried by number 1, Logan.
You know, the thing with the Bulldogs is every week somebody else steps up and shines. Last week it was Snow. I'm sorry, Sphere with his carries, and also with the Wyndham game, it was Sphere who was the big star and carried the load for the Bulldogs. And today it's Colby Snow. Every week it's somebody else who steps up and has a huge game, carries his team.
Snow with the touchdown last week, the only points of the game, but really, honestly, the ball control offense, like you mentioned, Sphere played great on both sides of the ball, a couple of tackles for losses as well. This time they give it to Sphere right up the middle. He takes it out to the 37-yard line.
About 7 or 8 yards.
7-yard gain.
Short for Bedford.
They'll actually mark him at the 38, so it'll be 2nd and 2.
Gary Schivel.
And as long as the offense is out there, Timberlane is not a threat to score. Oh, I should bite my tongue.
Well, I mean, I'm not even going to mention what you could do, but too tight formation. Pistol. Danny Black has Logan Sphere behind him. They wait for a little while to bleed some time off of the clock. Snow motion, right to left. Jet sweep to Snow out to the left-hand side. Gets ahead to the 40-yard line. And that looks like it will be a 1st down.
And tackle number 55.
Brought down by number 55,
Caleb Moley. No, I just don't want to jinx it.
I appreciate your desire there. I don't want to do the same, so 1st and 10 on the Bulldog 41.
This Bulldogs team is working on a streak here.
I would love to see the statistics, too, for Colby Snow. Again, 4 touchdowns that we've talked about already. Total yardage has to be off the charts. Kid's been amazing tonight. Too tight formation. Pistol. Black takes the snap, hands it off. Ledger Russell this time gets ahead out to the 45, maybe just beyond.
4, Ledger Russell.
4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4 brings up 2nd and 6 for Bedford.
Clock ticks down under 8 minutes. The Bulldogs hold the 32-0
Tackled by
lead
number 8,
here in
Braden
Plastow in this semifinal Division I football action. Looking to go to Exeter for the championship game next Saturday.
Coach Fitzgerald playing some of his bench players now. Number 74, Cody Burt, comes into the game for the Owls.
Too tight formation again for the Bulldogs. Pistol. Russell behind Black. Black takes the snap. He hands it off to Russell. He'll go off tackle left-hand side. Ahead for 2, maybe 3 yards.
Carried by number 4, Ledger Russell.
He's down just outside the 48-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Stopped by number 20, Matty Williams.
Matty Williams at the tackle there for Timberlane. Coming up in the 7-minute mark of the fourth
Ball
quarter.
placed on the 48-yard line brings up a 3rd and 3 for Bedford.
This is a bit surprising to me, I have to say. I mean, semifinals of the tournament here. And Timberlane really coming off an impressive victory last week. Their offense able to make some huge plays, but this Bedford defense has been stout all year, and they do it again tonight. Black takes the snap, hands it off. Sphere gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It'll be 4th and 3. We might see
Logan
Sheridan
Sphere
trot on the
carry.
field for the punt.
Brought down by a group of Owls. Short loss brings up 4th down.
Yeah, I would imagine they will punt the ball here. If it was any closer, they might have gone for it on 4th down just to maintain possession. But I think they want to try to flip the field as far as they can here.
Well,
They're
Black,
at midfield.
Black trots back into the huddle, though. I think they're going to go for this. They're on their own 48.
Could be a quick kick.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. Good call. Kredinskis trots back into the huddle. Sphere goes out, and I actually think you're 100% on right there. And Black takes an extra step back, so I think you're right. It's going to be a quick kick. And that it is, and that's shanked.
Not a very good one.
No, that's shanked, lands at the 40, and they're going to return it. Ooh,
Wow.
big stick there. Cal McAuliffe coming down. And he says, you wait right there just a minute.
Trey Baker thought he was going to try to pick up some free yards, picking up that shank punt, and then Cal McAuliffe said, no, no, no.
Yeah, we had the Dikembe Mutombo. No, no, no. Great play by McAuliffe. That was quite a stick.
Just a 13-yard net field change there. Owls on their 40-yard line, 5:36 to go.
Capetta trots back to the huddle. They are down 32-0 to this Bedford defense. Looking to hold strong once again. A couple of newer players in the backfield with Capetta. They hand it off. Left-hand side is Williams. He gets a yard, maybe 2, on the carry to the left, and the officials keep the clock running.
Matt Williams.
It'll be 2nd and 8.
Stopped by number 21, Alec Gradinskis. He's 2nd and 9 for the Owls.
So a happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. We hope you have a great week celebrating.
I hope you're not going out of town, because we're going to be working next weekend.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm not going out of town. I mean, I've already gotten that taken care of last week. Hand off to Julio here. He gets stopped for a loss. Again, that D-line doing the job. Cal McAuliffe and Sheridan look like they combined for the tackle back at the 39-yard line.
Thanksgiving Saturday weekend, of course, is the scheduled date for the D1 final. Bedford
New this year as they've expanded the playoffs.
Punching their ticket, yeah.
So yes, I'll be in town. I look forward to that game. Harry, are you going to be in town?
Oh yeah.
You're not going to go to a Sabres game
Or a Bills game? No, I
Bills
thought
game?
about grabbing a flight to Detroit.
Okay. You were saying
Always on my
$10
mind.
tickets for that game.
Yeah, that's all they're such short notice. That's all they can get for tickets. They want a full house.
Capetta will scramble. Quarterback draw. Gets back out to the 41, maybe 42-yard line.
It's going to be 4th and 9 here.
And the Bulldogs defense once again
Parker Bromley.
doing the job.
4th and 8 for Timberlane.
The Owls trot their punt unit back on the field. And the body language alone tells you the story. The Owls are a bit dejected. They trot off the field, very little success on offense. Mwangi is back to punt this away. Nobody back to field this punt for the Bulldogs as they're skeptical of the intentions. 3:34 to go in the game. Mwangi takes a high snap, punts it away. It will land at the Bedford 34-yard line and bounce ahead about 10 yards.
Mwangi punt down.
And they'll take over on their own 25.
Bulldogs making no attempt to field that punt. Perfectly happy to let it die out on the field. 3:21 to play here in regulation.
And like we've said all night, it's been the Colby Snow show. Russell had the opening touchdown, and then Snow 4 times in a row. His statistics have to be off the charts. And again, his energy level from snap number 1 has been outstanding. Snap number 2, he fumbled the ball, and then ever since, he's been lights out.
And Bedford keeping its starters in the game.
Black hands it off, Sphere off the left tackle. He gets to the line of scrimmage, but no farther. Maybe a yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Clock continues to tick. Just over 3 minutes to go. Not sure what's going on over there, but the teams didn't go back to their huddles very quickly.
And then Danny Black went to the sideline real quick.
No gain on
He's getting the play from Coach Matthews as he normally does. Trots back to the huddle, and again, it's 2nd and 9. Too tight set. Stacked over the right-hand side. Pistol formation for Black. Sphere behind him. He takes the snap. Excuse me, that's Ledger Russell. Takes the quick pitch out to the right-hand side. Gets a block by Soden beyond the 30-yard line out to the 33, where he is down.
Tackled by number 8.
3rd down. And about 4 yards or so.
Yeah, picked up about 7 yards on that, so it'll be 3rd and 3 coming up here.
Ball placed on
Mark the ball at the 33-yard line, actually.
Brings up a 3rd and 3.
Coach Matthews keeping the ball on the ground and keeping the clock running. We tick inside 2 minutes. So we'll have to do some homework too. We'll have to take a peek at the game tomorrow to see how the Lancers fare against the Astros in that other semifinal game.
I haven't seen either team, but looking at these Bulldogs today, I got to think they would put up a pretty good fight against either team.
I would say so. The Lancers have been dominating throughout the regular season.
Now clock is stopped. Timeout is called by Bedford. Interesting.
Bedford's second charge timeout of the half.
I think they might have been close to the play clock running down.
That's fair. Take the timeout. Want to get a 3-yard, at least a 3-yard play to move the sticks.
We got a little time. Why don't we recap the scoring and do our closing credits? Sure,
absolutely. Again, Ledger Russell started off the scoring in the first quarter. A 2-yard touchdown run made it 7-0 after the PAT was good. And like we've said the last few minutes, it became the Colby Snow show after that. He hooked up with Danny Black for a 52-yard touchdown pass, making it 14-0. And then a 12-yard touchdown run by Snow before halftime made it 20-0. Then 2 touchdowns, both of 54 yards, one a pass and one a catch, both by Colby Snow, pushed it out to 32-0. And that's where we stand with about a minute and a half to go in this game. Bulldogs defense again holding really well. Ledger Russell's going to take a toss sweep out to the left-hand side. He stumbles a bit. He's going to lose yardage as he's marked down at the 30-yard line. It'll be 4th and a little more than 5. I imagine Sheridan will come back on. They'll punt this away, but maybe not.
I want to thank our crew. Bill Jennings up top on this broadcast tower, running the camera. Andrew Fenn taking care of sound and video behind us.
You the man, Andrew.
Dale Bird doing replays. I assume he's doing replays, right? We don't have a monitor here.
Didn't have the monitor today, so we apologize for not really talking through those replays, but maybe you don't like that anyway at home. Well, who knows?
And of course, Corey Munster-Tiger with the play-by-play.
And Harry Kozlowski doing color. Appreciate it again, Harry. Bulldogs will take the snap here. Quick kick by Black.
A little better this time.
Caught at the 48. That's Baker. Gets to the right-hand side into Bedford territory. He'll be down
By number 10,
at the 46, maybe 45.
Yep, they'll mark him at the 46, but there's only 26.7 seconds remaining.
That'll just about do it. Maybe time for one or two plays here for Capetta.
They have 2 timeouts here. They could try to break the streak here.
We'll see how they approach these last 26 seconds. Looks like they might be in a victory formation. Oh no, they're going to huddle up. Capetta goes under center. He's going to take the snap and kneel it down, and that'll do it. The Bulldogs come in, and that streak that you were talking about continues. They come up with another shutout here in the playoffs. They're 3rd in a row, and they head to championship weekend next week. They will play Saturday at Exeter, 1 p.m. Great victory here tonight. And after that fumble on play number 2 from scrimmage, Colby Snow has a heck of a night.
He sure does. But, let's take a moment here and just congratulate Timberlane on a terrific season. 8-3 is their record.
They dropped to, let's see, 9-3.
9-3.
Two playoff victories and then a loss here tonight. Their regular season record was 7-2, so they'll end up 9-3 on the season.
Fantastic year. Hats off to Coach Kevin Fitzgerald and the Timberlane Owls. Well, that's going to do it for us. I'm Harry Kozlowski, Corey Munster-Tiger, play-by-play, the whole crew here in Plastow and back in Bedford. The final score, Bedford 32, Timberlane nothing. You've been watching and listening to Bedford Football on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.